Alright, well, I got the canopy, the light canopy set up as far as my main light, and the aluminum foil that I put in the background for a reflector is really working great. A lot better than I really thought it would be, but I'm still not through with this canopy just yet, because with a lot of things that I do, I like to experiment. And so what I've decided to do is I would like to have a full light cycle on this aquarium. To that end, I went and bought some of these LEDs from AutoZone. Okay, and this is one of the little kit things that you can actually test, but without buying it, to see how they work. Okay, comes with this little battery pack. You push the button and you can see the lights. They're not the brightest, and that's fine. And on the screen they might look a little blue, but trust me, they're white. But what I'm going to do is, at a later date, I'm going to buy some blue ones to go on here as well. Alright, but either way it goes, the process for DIYing these to work on a fish aquarium is these lights, these LEDs, run on a 12 volt power source. They run pretty much straight off your battery. Okay, and this little battery pack that they give you that comes with it, so that you can see the lights and see how pretty they are and make you decide to buy them. Well, this is not needed. Okay, this is going to be eliminated. Okay, basically just like you would with a car or putting it on the truck, you would just cut this off, and then what you're going to need is an AC power converter. And I just happen to have one that I found. Not sure anymore what it went to, but being a true DIY person, I kept it. I figured, hey, what the heck, I can always use this for something else. And sure enough, I came across this project and decided I'm going to do that. I'm going to make DIY lights. So basically what you have to do is, this is the end of the converter. You're going to cut that off. Okay, and on your lights you're going to cut that battery pack off. Okay, now this little battery pack, you can use it, save it, play with it, you know, whatever, but basically it's garbage. It's not going to serve any purpose anymore, so we're going to throw that away. Now, one thing I want to point out is, with power converters, they usually come black, and they have a wire that consists of two parts, two different wires that are together. You would separate these. Okay, but one thing I want you to notice, if I can get it to show, and if I can't, I'm just going to tell you that every power converter you find, that you buy, whatever, is going to have two wires. They're both going to be black, but one of the wires is going to have a white strip. Well, you'll notice on the LEDs, you have the same configuration. Now, the wires going to the lights themselves are white, but then about halfway through it turns black. And then you see a very similar thing to this as to this AC converter. It's black, two wires, one of the wires has a white stripe. Now, just like when I was talking about hooking this up, that you want to use the green go to green, black go to black, white go to white, on here you're going to have the solid black wire, and you're going to have a black wire with a white stripe. You got to hook up the white striped wires together and the black wire, the solid black wires, together. And then once you do that, you plug it up. And I'm going to show you what the results are as soon as I get this done, and be right back. Alright, well, I got the wires all twisted together, and I went ahead and taped them up. And I'm not using any kind of shrink wrap, and I'm not using any caps on this, because basically all I'm dealing with is 12 volts. Okay, the converter ensures that I don't have any more than 12 volts coming through, and at that low voltage I really don't need any special precautions like caps or heat shrink or anything like that, unlike I did with the fluorescents, which is pulling a full 110. Okay, so now that my converter is attached to my LEDs, I plug them in, and there's my lights. Now on the camera they're flashing, and the only thing I can assume as far as why you're seeing that is basically how LEDs operate. You have flashes of power coming through, and it's picking that up. But if you weren't looking at it through this camera, and you're probably seeing these streaks going up and down, you don't see any of that when you're looking straight at it with the naked eye and not through a camera. Okay, looking at it straight through in real time, in real life, they're on constant on. Alright, and again, like I said, even though they may look blue, they are in actuality all white. Okay, so there's that, and that will be part 2 of this light canopy, and there will probably be a part 3, but it's probably going to be just showing after I've done the project, because it's going to be basically just what I did here. It's just going to be another matter of taking some more lights that are blue instead of the white, hooking them up to another converter, and then putting all 3 lights on 3 different timers to give me my day and night effects that I'm looking for. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the flip side.